Have you ever noticed how some people turn against you the moment you stop being easy to control? They don't just walk away, they switch tactics. Guilt-tripping, twisting your words, spreading lies. But here's the truth. Real strength isn't controlling others, it's refusing to be controlled. Are you truly free? When people realize they can't control you, they don't walk away, they switch strategies. Manipulation becomes their weapon, and they use it in ways so subtle you may not even notice at first. They guilt-trip, spread rumors, twist your words, and attempt to make you doubt yourself. The moment you stop reacting the way they expect, they scramble to regain power. The problem is, most people don't see it happening in real time. They feel confused, frustrated, wondering why relationships shift, why once friendly faces turn sour, why those who seemed supportive suddenly distance themselves or turn passive-aggressive. The answer is simple. They were never comfortable with your strength in the first place. Manipulation begins when they see you thinking for yourself. Some people thrive on controlling others through persuasion, coercion, or emotional tactics. They expect compliance, and when they don't get it, they disguise their control in the form of guilt. After everything I've done for you, this is how you repay me. It's an emotional trap. They don't care about fairness. They care about maintaining power over your decisions. They use guilt like chains, tightening them whenever you try to step away. But the truth is, you don't owe anyone blind obedience. Independence isn't betrayal. Boundaries aren't selfish. The only way to break this cycle is to recognize that guilt is their tool, not your responsibility. Once you refuse to feel obligated for things you never agreed to, they lose control. When guilt fails, they switch to distorting reality. They twist your words, take things out of context, and paint a false version of events where they are always the victim and you are always the aggressor. This tactic is designed to make you doubt yourself. Did I really say that? Was I too harsh? They plant the seed, and if you aren't careful, you begin to question your own judgment. But here's the truth. You don't owe anyone endless explanations. You don't have to defend yourself against fabricated accusations. People who twist your words are not looking for clarity. They are looking to confuse you. The more you try to explain, the more ammunition they have to manipulate the narrative. The solution? Say less. The less you respond, the less fuel you give them to distort reality. If twisting words doesn't work, they take it a step further. They attack your reputation. Whispered lies, exaggerated stories, carefully placed rumors. They don't confront you directly. They poison the way others see you. They turn allies into skeptics, colleagues into critics, friends into distant observers. Their goal is isolation. They know that if they can make you feel alone, you'll be easier to control. They rely on social pressure, knowing that most people are more likely to believe a well-placed lie than to question the motive behind it. This is where most people make the mistake of chasing their reputation, trying to correct every falsehood. But that's exactly what manipulators want. They want you to panic, to scramble, to overreact, because that reaction becomes part of the narrative they are spinning. The best response? None at all. Let them talk. Let them spread their lies. Truth requires no defense, and time has a way of exposing deceit. When they see that manipulation and slander aren't working, they pivot to another strategy. They play the victim. They shift the focus away from their own actions and make it seem like they are the ones being mistreated. Suddenly, they act as if they are hurt, as if they are the ones suffering. They do this to gain sympathy, to make others see them as innocent and you as cruel. I just don't know what I did to deserve this, they say to anyone who will listen. But what they're really doing is avoiding responsibility. They hope that by portraying themselves as the victim, you will feel guilty, back down, and surrender control back to them. The only way to counter this is to refuse to engage. Do not try to convince them, or anyone else, of the truth. The moment you stop trying to prove yourself, their manipulation loses its effect. Another common tactic is isolation. If they can't control you directly, they will try to control your environment. They spread doubt among your closest relationships, subtly turning people against you. They say just enough to plant a seed of mistrust. I don't know if you can really count on them. They don't have to prove anything. They just have to introduce uncertainty. And if you fall for it, you begin to look at your relationships differently. questioning who is truly on your side. This is a slow and calculated tactic because it works over time. The solution? Strengthen your real connections. People who truly know you will see through the lies. The ones who believe the whispers were never on your side to begin with. Losing fake friends is not a loss. When they realize they can't isolate you, they resort to another trick. They challenge your confidence. They won't attack you directly, but they will undermine your decisions in subtle ways. Are you sure about that? That seems risky. I mean, if that's what you really want to do. These phrases are designed to make you hesitate. The moment you start second-guessing yourself, they regain influence. Their goal is to make you unsure, to make you dependent on their validation. But confidence doesn't come from outside approval. It comes from self-trust. You don't need permission to make choices. The only way to maintain control over your own life is to trust your judgment, even when others try to shake it. If all else fails, they resort to provocation. They push your buttons, insult you, or make inflammatory comments just to get a reaction, because if they can make you react emotionally, they win. The moment you lash out, they play the innocent victim, claiming that you are the aggressive one. This is why self-control is your greatest weapon. When you refuse to react, you starve them of what they want most, power over your emotions. Instead of responding, smile and walk away. There is nothing more infuriating to a manipulator than someone they can't provoke. When they see that even provocation isn't working, they switch to imitation. At first, it seems harmless, but then you start to notice. They mimic your words, your style, even your decisions. They watch your moves and copy them, trying to absorb your success without doing the work. They don't want to build their own path. They want to follow yours. But the problem with imitation is that it is always one step behind. No matter how closely they copy you, they can never replace what makes you unique. The solution? Keep evolving. The more you grow, the harder it becomes for them to keep up. And finally, when they have exhausted every method, they wait. Not for your success, but for your failure. They smile in your face, nod when you talk about your goals, but deep down, they are hoping you stumble. Because if they can't control you, they would rather see you fall than see you rise. They wait for that one mistake, that one misstep, so they can say, I knew it. But here's the secret. Failure is not defeat. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't is simple. The successful keep going. They don't allow setbacks to define them. And nothing frustrates those waiting for your downfall more than seeing you rise again. So let them watch, let them wait, let them waste their energy trying to break you. Because at the end of the day, control is an illusion. And those who seek to control others are the weakest of all.